SKYGRAB. Now that I've got your attention. Hello, I am Mark Rickerman, and welcome to our live stream presentation of SKYGRAB, The Road to Space, brought to you by www.americasgotjuice.com, and also brought to you by KFC, home of the original and extra crispy chicken skin. Who is SKYGRAB, and where are they going? I'll tell you where they're going. They're going to space. Can you give me a brief history of the band?
Well, there was what I like to say is the dark days. There was the dark days before I joined. And they had the one hit.
Needling.
Yeah, that song, it's important to the history of the band. But I never really liked it because I wasn't there while it was created. I don't like to play that song live anymore. And after I joined the band, things really came to life, Played the Super Bowl that year, and that was a big time for us.
Since your first release in 1991, you've had many personnel changes. The fans want to know, how do you feel about the addition of Luke Kemper?
Well, Camper there was a nice little addition, We were really looking for a lot of stuff back in the day. Couldn't really find anything, We went through a lot of crazy stuff since me and Max Siegel there first joined in '89 and started the whole project here. We were under the name Golton, and it was a good time, but had a lot of rough patches there in '94, especially with the chainsaw gig explosion. Damn near took my fucking hand off right here. I tell you what, brother, that's a nasty little bitch. But come back, bounce from it, and I'd say he's great. We never even had a drummer up until '04, so about middle of our reunion fest out there in Cali, some crazy fucker come beating on some shit, and we just tossed him right in the mix. He was great. Couldn't be happier.
I'm the rhythm section.
Mr. Kemper, how did you join the band?
Well, you see, they're on their reunion tour, and they're traveling through California there, and my buddies invited me out to the show, and it was fucking figured I'd head out Saturday night, fucking had a blast. And then after the show, they didn't have a drummer, and I came up and then I asked them if I could fucking bang out a few songs with them. And next morning I woke up in their fucking tour bus, and I was, I guess, practically in the band. But
Mr. Kemper, what are some of your main influences?
Well, I'd have to say medical marijuana and surf music.
Mr. Blumen, our Twitter sphere is going crazy. They want to know, are you single?
Well, man, I just want to have a good time.
And just as a general question, how much do you normally drink on tour?
Well,
I'll tell you, I drink about at least a bottle every night.
you gotta drink on tour because things are tense. You gotta be able to relax. You got people all over you. You got the media and the managers and other musicians. And everybody's always saying, you gotta actually learn the songs, you gotta play them better. You gotta tighten it up and learn to play the bass.
I just always say, fuck that, you gotta feel it, brother.
I'm a natural. I've always been natural.
How much do you drink on tour?
Oh, I'm a straight edge vegan.
So no alcohol.
None at all. I only strictly smoke marijuana of the medical sort.
Sorry, playing.
Mr. Blumen, our social media accounts are blowing up. They want to know, what is your favorite drink?
I like a good Mai Tai. I like a good Mai Tai.
Mr. Kemper, I've gathered from your Wikipedia page, you once belonged to a band named Reef Glitch.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
explain that sound for me, please?
Well, Reef Glitch is like it's a subgenre of its own, and I don't know. We formed it, down in Long Beach, and it's kind of like glitch hop, trippy ass surf shit. If you ever heard anything like that, but like, it's like, I don't know. It's just party jams, man. And I hooked up with these guys, and it's just like the same deal, man. Except for I'm getting paid, so I'm in for a while, I suppose.
Mr. Kemper, what are you cooking here?
Well, these are fresh mushrooms right here, and 'cause being out here and I fucking grew up down in Southern California, and I'm strictly a vegan, so I'm only on a mushroom diet this week.
Are other members of your band also vegan?
Oh, hell no.
I apologize if I am bringing up old news, but the world wants to know, Y2K, what happened there?
Well, I could tell you all about that, actually. That was our Y2 hiatus there, and it's a pretty wild time for us. We had a lot of things going on, a lot of band members in and out, and we ended up having to take a little time off, about a year or so, and I think, I don't know, during that whole Y2 hiatus, we ended up coming back around 01 there, and ended up doing our box set, 5 LP, History of the Bone. Sold about 100, not 100, but 1 billion copies in a day there, and it's pretty good, we come back, bounce real back, real quick. It was a hell of a lot better than Goalton.
Sure. And I know this is before you joined the band, but what is your perspective on the Y2K SKYGRAB controversy?
Well, I'm not really into the whole drama part of the whole, fame and thing. I'm into just, have a good time and stuff, so I'm not really going to say anything about that, because I don't really care.
From a new perspective, what is it like on tour with SKYGRAB?
Well, it's a lot different than being in the Reef Glitch, because we were, the surf crowd there, and like we only toured around California before, so I never been on tour out of the state, and now I've been all over the country, and I don't know, it's amazing. I never thought I'd be here today.
And the large crowd against SKYGRAB, mostly composed of Christians and religious fundamentalists, They label you as adulterers, sinners, and blasphemers. How do you take that?
Well, you know, I figure all the people that are saying that gotta be old. So I don't really care anyway. You know, it's all about the young generation and, you know, love and just partying down, you know? YOLO.
I'm gonna be dead by then. I think that everybody knows it. I think that
Well,
I
2
think that
years.
you know it. I think that everybody else knows it.
I think Pat Bloomin here might be dead, but
I don't think I'm gonna make it to the space station. I don't think my heart can
you
take
know
it.
where Colt's gonna be, brother.
But I'll die for this band.
About 3/4 deep in a bottle and shredding them fucking licks.
The main question that the fans want to know is what exactly happened in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
I was with Penny. Penny, it was his cousin. And I'd been dating her. And she told me she's gonna go see her cousin's band. And I mean, I knew him. I knew him. They were playing the SKYGRAB clubs. This is the big club in town. And this is where all the good bands played. Stink Beatles played there when they first started.
Fuck stinkers.
Camel Clutch. You know, these were regulars back then.
Oh, it's Camel Toe.
Camel after the third album.
Yeah.
But back then,
Switched
it was the place to go, and so we decided to go there. I took old Penny on a date, and we headed there, and they had another bass player, some scrub. He was touring with them, and he's Cliff or Clive or Cleo or Crickneck, I don't know, but he punched a cop in the parking lot. I don't know why. Maybe
He was really saving me. I started that whole charade. Called him porky ass bitch. Wasn't for Clive, Owen, Clifton, then I wouldn't know where I'd be today.
But he was out. He couldn't play, and they needed someone to stand in on bass because they didn't have a rhythm section without the bass. Because this is pre-drums in our history. So I got up there, and it was pretty obvious by the second song that I was just a natural. And I knew that I was going to be the band's saving grace from that moment on, and I dedicated my life to making SKYGRAB
SKYGRAB?
something special and artistic.
That's pretty good.
This is where we do all the writing. Colton and I started the band. Oh, back in the day. Sorry about all the shit. Yeah, here's my Studebaker vintage 74. Input's a little jacked on it, but I've been playing with it ever since. You know, just kind of. Mostly my influences are like, you know, babies crying, like metal clanging together, you know, the Canadian national anthem. Here, let me show you over here. This is my baby, the Micro Corgi. Got this at a rummage sale, 89. Yeah, I actually met Colton there. He was buying his little guitar that he had back in the day, and I was buying this bad boy, and I was like, hey, you fucking start a band, man. And we started Gulton, and had a few songs here and there, but for the most part, you know, just kind of blew.
And our Twitter sphere is blowing up again. The women want to know, Mr. Kemper, are you single?
Well, I've been single for a few days now.
How have the fans been treating you?
Oh, dude, I love the fans, man. Like, you know, the fans, that's what it's all about, you know. It's about the party, it's about the fans, it's about the love and the money and like just having a good time whenever you're just doing whatever you do, man.
Just been turning out real good. We're going to the space station. Before SKYGRAB, and before Goldton, I actually worked at rallies, and that's where I met Warhorse for the first time. He spit in my face, and I ended up hitting him up.
Because just let Warhorse work on that after he wrote it already. He's always stealing the show.
I don't think I'd get along with the dude if, you know, we were in a band together, but it's kind of like my job, you know? So, like, I'll deal with the guy, and he's brilliant, you know, in his own way.
And, yeah, I mean, you know, we've always been off and on because he's kind of a tool, but...
Grew up in a mental institution that my mom owned. And by the age of 2, I was addicted to prescription pills. By the age of 6, I'd mastered the piano and pig squeals. And by the age of 10, I've been in 12 bands, and I've been in every major tattoo magazine on the planet for my never been done sleeve tattoos and my enormous pull in the industry. And I joined SKYGRAB when I was 15. And they were still a prog slop band. They totally fucking sucked. And after that, I basically took control of everything and turned them into the worldwide success heroes that they are today.
Mr. Warhorse, the country is wondering, are you single?
Nobody's ever really truly single if you belong to everyone.
Mr. Warhorse, where do you see SKYGRAB in 2 years?
Sorry, what? I don't really like to think of time as like a tangible thing, you know? Like, when you've seen as much blackness as I fucking have, you know it's all pointless. So fucking stupid. Can I get some fucking tea?
Mr. Warhorse, your opponents view SKYGRAB as adulterers, sinners, blasphemers. What do you have to say to them?
What do I have to say to them? Same thing I have to say in my music and to all the fans out there. I don't care.
Mr. Warhorse, is there anything that you do care about? What is it like working with Colt Clifton?
Oh, well, like, the first night I saw Colt, he was shredding on the guitar up on stage, and, you know, he's like a god up there, you know, and, I just wanted more than anything to be able to play with him, you know, and the fact that, you know, when I woke up the next morning after being just shit-faced, and, Colt was, you know, kicking me in the side, telling me to wake up, and I was like, it was like a dream come true, man.
What is it like working with Mr. Colt Clifton over here?
I mean, Colt, he's the most influential person in my life. He's my brother, he's my father. I mean, he might even be my uncle.
We hit it off pretty well, and, you know, he's got endless jams, and...
Yeah, I mean, he's the fucking best guitar player in the world. Cool. Like, I basically did everything he can do when I was, like, a fucking kid, so... Like, I don't really care that much. but I mean, you know, he does do a lot of work, so that part's cool.
Our kids go to Sunday school together.
Yeah, I always drive our kids to Sunday school together.
Is that safe?
Yeah, I make sure I'm always at least like under the influence, you know, at least a .06.
This is a man. He sends his kids to Sunday school, but he's an atheist. But he wants to instill a sense of morality. And he instills a sense of morality in the band. And I don't know where I'd be without Cole Clifton. I'd probably be dead. That's true.
Mr. Warhorse, are you nervous at all about going to space?
I'm not nervous about space, but I definitely don't think it's a big fucking deal. I mean, I don't know why everyone's freaking out about it.
Well, because you are the first band to ever perform in space for a live stream audience.
I mean, I always knew it would be us, so to me, it's not even like a big deal. Like, I'm kind of not even looking forward to it, so I don't know. Fuck space.
Mr. Warhorse, for marketing purposes, may I ask you what you feel about KFC's original and extra crispy skin?
I love KFC in the original and crispy skin. It is delicious and I eat it every day for lunch and dinner, sometimes twice.